When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. We are live on YouTube at Billified. You can follow us there on Facebook at Bill Moran Radio, Billified, or Bill_pod. There's all kinds of social media. We're out there, Danny. We're out there.
You're out there, all right.
And Dougie Fresh.
You are out there.
I had my three sons in here earlier today.
Mo, Larry, and Curly?
Yeah, we tried to do a
Chip and Ernie Douglas?
a Thanksgiving podcast, but I don't know that they were too into it at all.
No?
Nah, they were. Well, one had just gotten off a plane. He had worked like a late night shift, and got on a plane at about 5:30 this morning.
He's like 6'8", so he's probably got no room to stretch out.
And he's like, but they were good. It's very short. It's about 20 minutes, and we'll drop that on Thanksgiving. But other than that, they've been, I was telling Doug, they haven't been together since last Christmas. And, man, Jameson loves to get under their skin.
Oh, yeah. I can tell.
Oh, my God. It's like his favorite thing in the world. And right away, he's going on to his brother. He's like, hey, sell your car. You're driving around on a Lego. He goes, why don't you get one of those rainbow stickers, put it on the back.
There you go.
It's like, I go, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
You still
and
got-
off and running.
You still got to play referee as dad, huh?
I kept saying all the time. I kept saying all the time. Yeah, all right, enough. Well, enough.
Enough.
I think I said enough time.
So is Jackson the most peaceful one of the three?
Yeah, he's pretty mellow. But then I just tried to check in on them. So Jackson's been napping over at his brother's dorm room, and the other guys were playing basketball, and the 13-year-old was all pissed off because his brother beat him. And he's going, yeah, the reaching in. I haven't had. You can hear him like stomp, stomp, stomp. It's the most aggressive one-on-one defense I've ever seen.
Right. Yeah, sorry, Jameson. I'm sorry he wasn't playing zone.
Either nut up or shut up.
Yeah, nut up or shut up. Exactly. So Doug's got big news. I'm very excited about this, Doug. I am excited for you. I am excited for what's coming.
I'm working on it, yeah.
What do you mean working on it?
Well,
Don't
I've been
even
practicing
say that.
my...
You're good.
I'm practicing
You're
my...
done. You are already there. It's already done.
Got to practice. So, for those of you who didn't know or see on my Facebook, I went to the Carlson Comedy Club last week with Chris English just to check out what was going on there. And Mark asked me how much time I have. You can do 15 minutes. So, I'm going for
Mark
hosting.
Ippolito?
Yeah. Mark Ippolito.
Guy runs the show.
Yeah, the guy that runs the show.
Okay.
The
big show.
Yeah.
He is the ringmaster of the circus over there. So, it's just going to be me and Mr. Mike Dambra. So I guess instead of hosting, they put on a flyer that I'm featuring.
Oh, wow.
So instead of doing 5 to 7 minutes, now I'm doing 15 minutes. I don't last 15 minutes in bed.
Yes.
You talk about being nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you lasted 5 minutes.
No, that's why.
includes,
Hey!
that includes foreplay and the drive over to our house.
It's all in the 150 an hour.
Is that part of the rate on Uber?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. I get the bonus.
5 stars.
Boner on the bonus.
So have you been working on new material?
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
Because I got this great cancer joke I want somebody to...
And that's going to be December 7th, 8th, and 9th of the Carlson.
So that's like 2 weeks.
5 shows, yeah. 2 and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks from Thursday.
Well, yeah. That's tomorrow.
Right?
Day after tomorrow. Yeah.
Day after tomorrow. Yeah, Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's all
So 2 weeks.
all 3 days, though, you're doing, right?
Yeah, 5 shows. 1 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. I'm pumped. I'm psyched.
Yeah.
I had the microphone up in my house, walking around. I'm timing myself. What are you talking about? I'm getting in the mood. No.
I love it.
They play...
I want you to video it. You know what would be really, really... and I'm not... I would laugh at this. I would mock you for doing this. I'm just being honest. I would mock you for doing this.
I want you to be honest.
But I do think that it would be really interesting to do, just authentically, real time, the stuff you're doing, right? Film yourself and put it up, and then put it up as you're on stage at the comedy club, like everything leading up to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every day, hey, here's a couple of jokes, blah 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 blah, and then here's how they played out. Here are the jokes. These are the newest ones. I haven't really tested them out in front of an audience. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see how they go, and then bam. You could do it as one video, so you know what I mean.
Right.
So you already know the end result, and that way you go, well, I didn't land. I don't have to put it up, or they killed. It would just be an interesting little thing.
That would be. I was talking to my niece Marissa last night, and she's a little bit of the act. You know, I talk about dating. I'm like, my niece Marissa wants me to use younger terms, and we do the Netflix and chill. Then we do Hulu and Do You, which is the same as Netflix and chill, except you go over and you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what this means, Danny?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. Not volleyball, but
Yeah, it's not punching somebody, not punching a midget.
So I go, you know what? In the next week or so, I'm going to FaceTime you. I'm going to do my act for you because she's in Austin, Texas. She thought that was great.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, now you might think this is funny. I'm not going to say gay, but this kid, you don't know what you're doing. Blah, blah. But when they open up at the Carlson, they play Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
So I am a DJ, and I have a number of songs. Obviously, I have that one. So I'm in the computer room with the headsets on. I play Welcome to the Jungle and pretend I'm going on stage. I hit my timer, and then I go into my act, and I turn the clock like that, and I try to pretend there's an audience and take my time. And it's one of the things on my eraser board, slow down. Don't rush. You know, stretch it out. Wait for the laughs, hopefully laughs. And then last night, a couple times in a row, about 17 minutes, but I was pretending, talking to the audience a little more. And like halfway through, you want to take care of the waiters and waitresses.
He's got stuffed animals all set up.
Stuffed animal, a mop with sunglasses over it.
You guys are a great
in the
audience.
corner. It looks like a Rastafarian in the back.
Then I start drinking beer, and I put dollar bills in all my stuffed animals and start throwing this shit off and get fucking wild.
What kind of teddy bear has a Jerry Carroll in 2023?
It would be very funny if you did your own intro and they played it. So they do the Welcome to the Jungle, and then you do it like,
As yourself?
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is.
Yeah.
Hosting tonight.
Yeah.
The one, the only, the so fine, the ever divine. Put your hands together.
Yeah.
Ladies, grab your extinguisher. He's a 5-alarm fire, 5'6", and with a big old Woody. I don't know, something like that.
That would be funny.
Yeah, I mean, Vinny Paulino, I think, does the introductions, or maybe it's Mark. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know who does it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully there'll be an audience left after that.
I hope so. I've been handing out. Yeah.
I'm joking, Vinny.
Do you get nervous? Like, I know you're a little nervous now, but once you're in the middle of it, if a joke bombs, do you have a little panic attack up on stage?
A little bit, but I
Yeah.
haven't had a big audience in a while. I've been doing
Yeah.
smaller ones, and the audiences have been real nice. So I think the goal is just get through it. Even if it doesn't laugh, go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
Nah.
Something doesn't work. And that's something I learned last week.
Why don't you take like a 0.5 or 0.25 Xanax before you go up?
drugs? Oh, yeah, because obviously drugs help everything.
Chill out. That's all. It just takes the edge off. Just a little bam.
I've barely done any drugs in my life, and I'm not going to.
It's not going to start now. What are you
How's
talking?
everybody doing, y'all?
Hey, man.
Are you married, girlfriend?
One time Bill was doing a set, right? This girl who's like 80 pounds, like gets up and walks out and goes, "Hey, honey, if you're under 100 pounds, you need a car seat." And she turns around and starts like cracking up. And I'm like, how'd you get here? If you're under 80 pounds, you need a car seat.
Did you keep going with talking to her?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, I said to him, because her boyfriend was sitting
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
or her husband or something. I go,
One of those two.
one or the other. And I just said, what did I say? You're under 80 pounds. You got to be in a car seat. I said, actually, you know what happens? You got to be in the rear seat facing out the rear window. I go, how awesome is that for you? You tell her to shut the fuck up, put her in. She's facing out the wrong way. You tighten the straps real tight. You put a pacifier in her mouth, and you can go home in peace. It's awesome. Something like that. I haven't done that. I've totally forgotten about that joke.
We got to get you back up on stage.
I haven't done it like that in a long time. I always enjoy doing it. I always felt like it was a craft, and I think some people thought that how do I say this? I was on the radio, and I had some success on radio. So we were kind of
a little bit, right?
a little bit. We had, I don't want to sound like a dick, but we had success on the radio. And I think that people thought you would go in there so the audience already knew you, right? So you kind of
felt that they knew you.
Well, they felt that they knew you, so you had an advantage. They were familiar with you. They came because you were going to be there, so you were already ahead of that. And I think there were other people who were doing it as a real craft, got offended by that. Because sometimes, some of the
I work
jokes
so
aren't.
hard at this.
Well,
This
some
guy
of the,
walks in.
no, but some of the
does
jokes
it.
aren't aren't there. I had Amir Arshad on
Last week, right?
Yeah, last
I
week.
did see that.
And it was just a day where other things didn't work out, and he was coming in anyway. So I thought it's interesting to me to hear about somebody's story, especially parents that came from another country to give you a better life. And they are not happy he's doing comedy, and they're not at all.
At all.
And he's moving to New York City, and he's pursuing this. But he works at it. I mean, he writes, and he's got his buddies, and they have a whole thing. They call themselves the Basement Crew, and they write together.
Oh, Writers Club?
Yeah,
Writers
like their
Circle?
own
Yeah.
writers thing and everything. So, and they help each other out and shit on each other's jokes in a good way. So
Are the other guys in the circle comedians too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Izzy, who won this year.
Yeah.
And I think Freddie, who's in here. Freddie Duless, and I don't know who else is in that group, but
No, that's great
he
to
and
have.
Freddie, but they write a lot. But I go, but you do the same thing. You're writing all the time.
Trying.
I think you undersell yourself. I told you that. I sent Doug a really queer message. I don't know why. I did. It was a queer
No,
message.
it wasn't. It wasn't queer. I knew exactly what you meant.
It was a queer message, and I'm going
Don't
to
say queer.
paraphrase.
Don't say queer. Say homosexual American.
Well, he had his cock in his hand while he sent me a dick pic.
Let me tell you why I say queer. I don't see queer as gay. I see queer as
No.
weird,
Yeah.
a little different. That's what I mean it
Oh,
as.
okay.
But and maybe that's how people have taken the word. I certainly don't mean it as a derogatory to somebody. Do you have it right there?
I do.
I know.
It
Yeah,
says,
read the message I sent.
can I read
says,
it?
Are you
Yeah,
walking?
let Danny
Are
read
you
it.
walking funny this morning? Oh, wait a minute. That's somebody else. Sorry. Hold on. That was.
Dick.
Sorry. I get my. Oh no.
Do you need your cheaters?
Can Danny read it? Let
Yeah,
Danny,
sure.
Danny
Is
said,
it the middle one?
yeah, it's the middle
Says,
one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, wait a second.
No,
Come on.
No, that's not how Billy talks. Good morning. Thank you for coming in and being a big part of the pod on Tuesday nights. You add so much, especially compared to the other guy.
Oh, well,
No, yeah, I threw that in there.
you weren't there.
No, I know, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Jesus.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Why do you do that?
Not sure exactly what this means. No, because I knew you'd react. Not sure exactly what this means, but I feel like you need to stop playing by the rules. You are too funny for people not to enjoy. Get out there and F the rules. Make your own.
Mic
And then
drop.
phone.
I know what he
that's
means.
I'm saying.
Like no holds bars.
Well,
Don't
what-
worry.
no.
Don't be afraid of
Well,
anything.
what I'm saying is a lot of times,
P.S. I need a ride to the game.
how do I say this? Because if somebody sees this, they could get upset by this. But what I'm saying is an organization needs to have standards, right? Any organization, XYZ Comedy Club, they need to have standards. So we want you to do it a certain way and welcome the guest. And, you're having different people. You do your material, but here's the things we need you to work in. And, they do all this stuff. Sometimes I feel like people get so rigid in that box, you start to overthink.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that really I'm not saying that's
Right.
you, but I'm just saying like some people will overthink or they get too excited. You just have to go up and more or less be yourself like you would in any job you had. You brought like
Uber.
Okay, like Uber. You bring you to Uber. Uber is I get you from A to B, but you get entertained. I get Doug for that ride.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
And so and that's all. I mean, like, anybody can get up and go, welcome to Comedy at the Carlson. Check out future shows we're having. How are you tonight? Anybody celebrating a birthday? But nobody can do that.
In between. No, I know what you mean, but
Nobody
I
can do that
have to have
rabbit joke.
structure for them.
I get you. I get that. But I mean, I think even within the structure, you've got to be relaxed enough to play. It's almost like as a sports analogy where you're up at the line and you look out into the audience. That's sort of the defense you're going against, and you go, okay, changing the play here.
Yeah,
and you got to be comfortable enough to do that and
the
play
blitz.
off of it.
Seen
And
the blitz.
sometimes if a joke bombs, maybe even call it out.
You're right.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
that one
Hey,
sucked.
is this thing on? That works great.
It does. I told my mother that joke was going to suck, but it was.
Yeah, but see, I don't think you'll suck. I think I love that this is happening for you.
Well, I'm
love
excited
that this
too.
is happening for you. I
Well, that's
really
the last time I steal a joke from Joey from Full House. That works every time.
No, last week I had an Uber driver. We had a half-hour ride from Henrietta to Webster, and we're talking about this. And he bought tickets right online.
Oh, wow.
Right there. And I thought that was the coolest thing. And
That
then
is
I
cool.
Reached out to Mark and said, hey, people at the bars. I'm not
Yes.
bragging that I'm popping, but
Yes.
I mean, I do
You
a lot
know
with breast
people.
cancer. I
Yes,
do two
yes,
fundraisers.
yes,
I
yes.
DJ'd a lot of places in Rochester.
Yes.
Having
swing on in.
having Lyft, I used to drive Lyft. I never drove Uber, but it's pretty much the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It really is the same thing. Let me ask you, I have a few funny stories from those days, and there's a lot of commonalities and a lot of tells and a lot of stereotypes. Do you ever incorporate any of that stuff?
No, not yet.
Into your jokes?
I tell those jokes in private, what I think is funny, and
okay, all right.
maybe work off of that.
Okay, all right. Like college kids never tip, right? I mean, there's got to be something there.
Tipping, I don't think not tipping's funny though. I mean,
I know. I'm just saying.
it's not
I'm
funny
just
to
saying
me.
that- okay.
I mean, I'm working.
This is why Doug does the
comedy.
jokes and Danny.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to relate. You
Right.
know.
I'm busting your
You ever
chops.
like you ever had that Karen in the car is like, step on it, I gotta get to work, and it's
I'm like, yeah, you mind if I rub one out first? We're in traffic. We're not going anywhere. I mean, talk dirty to me. Make me feel good about getting you there on time. I'm like, work with me. You don't have to tip, by the way. But
you want a helicopter?
you want to sit in the front seat, the back seat?
Who's coming? I would assume your parents are coming.
I don't know. They see my act. They see my act a lot.
Go to this.
They probably are.
Well, and there's probably jokes that they haven't heard yet.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think of my act right now.
I want to see.
Baby mama drama?
I want to see.
I don't have any baby mamas.
No, the
I
joke.
barely get
You
laid.
had a baby mama drama joke at one point you were working on. How's that coming?
Yeah, that's not going. In
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I loved when he did. I just love knowing that you're in your underwear walking around with a microphone.
I am not in my
your
underwear.
house. Bullshit,
Oh,
you're
come
not.
on.
I guarantee you fucking get out of bed. Fine, then you're naked walking around. You should do
Well,
it
yeah.
naked. Do it fucking naked.
Right.
Yeah. That would be
I
funny.
got my crank in this hand, the mic in the other. I'm like, hey.
You holding a mic or a comb?
I hold a mic. I got the
He's
mic
got a
stand.
he has a real mic, a mic stand, and a speaker, so he's blaring throughout his house. So people are going, "What
Dude,
is
you know
this
what's funny?
shitty
The
jokes
cat's
he's
like,
telling?"
you suck.
You know,
Stop
God.
it.
Do you live anywhere near a valley? Billy Graham used to practice his preaching like in the valleys of North Carolina, and people would yell back at him, "Yeah, we heard you yesterday. Great job. You're gonna get him."
I live by a Genesee River where everybody wants to throw me in with a rock tied to my neck. No, I don't have the speaker on, but I do have a sheet, and just trying to, go over it again so I don't forget it. Just, be good, be professional, try to, 15, 17 minutes. That's what I'm building towards, half an hour.
All right, here's the thing that I worry about. You're putting so much pressure on yourself. I feel like that, maybe I'm wrong, and I understand it, and I know you're rehearsing it all the time, but when I saw you at the Funniest Person in Rochester, which you lost this year because you sucked, but the 2022 year.
Don't laugh at him over
I'm
there.
kidding.
Right.
You were so good. You were so. I'd never met you. I'd never seen you, and it was so natural. And I'm like, wow.
I
And
had practiced an awful lot.
but you were. It was smooth, man. And and you're right. I mean, I understand it, and you don't do it. But I just think like you're so funny off the cuff. You got to trust your instincts.
Well,
that's what I was
maybe
trying
a
to
little
say
more.
in that text.
Yes,
That's
maybe a
what I was
little
trying to
more audience interaction and see where it goes and try to be funny off of that way.
Yeah.
But again, it's all stage time, mic time.
It's funny because Danny sent me something, and we'll play it a little later.
From Billy Graham?
No.
Oh.
From his other boyfriend, Kyle Brandt. And
Close.
I liked it. But I thought, okay, I have some comments on this.
I have some thoughts on it too.
I have some thoughts on this.
On both sides.
But then I thought of Doug. I go, Doug would be somebody I didn't know, and I'd be,
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have theories. We'll get to all that. But first, Chris and Sam from Project Lean Nation in Canandaigua are here.
Oh, is that who that is?
That's who. Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's right. Lean Nation.
I thought we
baby.
just had strangers walking in, just hanging out.
No.
Or you were training Doug. Hey, got an audience, Doug. Go ahead, try your stuff.
It's Project Lean Nation, big Black Friday sale going on, and you will learn all about that and how you can probably eat healthy. Matter of fact, I watched on Instagram Chris make a Thanksgiving shake.
Oh, wow.
He kept adding more protein, and then he added the cranberry, and I watched it. I saw
Well,
that.
it's funny because my wife and I were actually going to go there tomorrow or Friday, actually, and
Project
check it
Lean
out.
Nation?
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got problems.
Well, we got lots. They got solutions for you. We'll get to all that next. But first, Danny.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Why is that, Billy?
Because the Black Friday sale going on, not just Lean Nation, Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Oh, all the way through Cyber Monday, Manscaped, you will save huge. And of course, They got the Ultra 5.0 package.
Doug, you could practice with that in the mirror in
That's
the
right.
bathroom.
No,
You
I
could.
have a motorcycle mustache working down there. I need
Oh,
some.
do you? You
some
gonna
hair
wax,
gel.
You gonna wax
Handlebars.
the tips?
Just a
Hey,
tip.
ladies, hold on.
Let's get the
Hey, but you know what? To keep that trimmed the right way, Manscaped.
Manscaped. Yeah.
And they've now got the foil blade to get you really close.
Oh yeah.
I mean, talk
if
about
you could grow it, they could shave it.
Make sure you don't
balls
sneeze
for
while
the
you're doing
holidays,
that.
fellas. That's what I'm saying.
And we got to give one away. We got a lawnmower 5.0 Ultra.
Yes, we do.
What are we taking? Caller 2 tonight?
Oh, were you just calling one?
We're gonna
One
wait.
phone call
A lot
per
of
cus-
redials
per-
on this.
per household per night.
We're gonna wait on that one, but thank you, Doug. 20% off when you use the code BILL20.
I told my boss his name is
Check it.
Bill. I told him we got
Yeah.
a deal for work for him.
Yeah.
Ah, no kidding.
Yeah, BILL20. You get 20% off and free shipping, and of course their big Black Friday sale going on right now through Cyber Monday. So take advantage while you can.